General Secretary of Vietnam's Communist Party Central Committee Nguyen Phu Trong passed away.
Microsoft Cloud Service incident and its global impacts.
The youth who helps beautify the Martyrs Cemetery.
Welcome to today's news. My name is Nguyễn Thương and I will be your guide through today's latest update. General Secretary of Vietnam's Communist Party Central Committee Nguyễn Phú Trọng passed away at 1:38 p.m. July 19, 2024 at the 108 Military Central Hospital in Hanoi. The Professional Council for Health Protection of Central officials said Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng passed away at 1:38 p.m. July 19, 2024 at the age of 80 at the 108 Military Central Hospital in Hanoi, following a period of illness despite the care, treatment by the party, the state, doctor, leading health expert, and his family. The Vietnam's Party Central Committee, the National Assembly, the President, the government, and the Fatherland Front Central Committee will issue a special communique about the organization of a state funeral for General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng. A global computer system incident reportedly related to Microsoft Windows has disrupted many major services, such as airports, banks, and companies in many countries around the world. Microsoft stated that they are investigating the incident affecting many Microsoft 365 applications and services.
Most of Microsoft's customers reported being unable to log in or use the company's storage services. The incident has affected many airlines, television stations, telecommunications companies, and banks around the world. Several major U.S. airlines issued notices to suspend flights due to communication issues. In France and Spain, passengers had to queue up for long periods at the airport check-in areas due to the incident. The organizers of the Paris Olympics said their information technology operations have been impacted by the global network outage, just a week before the start of the Olympics. However, the impact is limited, and ticket sales have not been affected. In Asia, airports in Thailand, Singapore, Australia, and India were also affected by the incident.
The person in charge of President Biden's re-election campaign stated that President Biden is steadfast in his goal to remain in the White House for a second term, despite pressure within the Democratic Party related to his age and health.
U.S. President Joe Biden has tested positive for the SARS-CoV-2 virus while on a campaign trail in Las Vegas on July 17th. According to White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, this is the reason the president could not attend a previously scheduled event. However, President Biden will return to the campaign trail next week after completing his isolation period. Jen O'Malley Dillon, the manager of President Joe Biden's re-election campaign, stated that President Biden is steadfast in his goal of staying in the White House for a second term, affirming, "Joe Biden is more determined than ever to defeat Donald Trump."
Coming up next are some updated news.
According to the Vietnam Civil Aviation Authority, in the first 6 months of this year, the total passenger traffic through the country's airports reached over 54 million passengers, equivalent to 97% of the same period last year. Over the past 6 months, Vietnamese airlines transported over 17 million domestic passengers, equivalent to 82% of the same period last year. For the international market, Vietnamese airlines carried nearly 9 million international passengers, accounting for 44% of the international passenger transport market share. Cargo volume through the airports in the first 6 months of the year reached over 721,000 tons, up 26% compared to the same period last year.
The government office has just conveyed the directive of Deputy Prime Minister Lee Min-kai regarding the study of information and media reports that propose the establishment of a petroleum trading exchange to increase transparency, address the instability in this market in recent times. Previously, members of the National Macroeconomic Advisory Group and International Integration had suggested that establishing a petroleum trading exchange could bring many benefits to Vietnam. When the petroleum trading exchange is operational, it will publicly disclose information on prices, trading volumes, thereby minimizing price manipulation, creating a flexible and responsive pricing mechanism, and improving the distribution and circulation of petroleum products.
Early this morning, July 20th, the center of the tropical depression was located over the waters east of the north and central regions of the East Sea. The maximum wind speed near the center was level 6 to 7, 39 to 61 km per hour, gusting to level 9, moving west-northwest at a speed of 5 to 10 km per hour. In the next 24 hours, by 1 a.m. on July 21st, the tropical depression is forecast to move northwest at around 15 km per hour and has the potential to strengthen into a storm, with a maximum wind speed of level 8 and gusts of level 10. The disaster risk level is at level 3 in the north and central regions of the East Sea, including the Paracel Islands. By 1 a.m. on July 22nd, the tropical depression is forecast to move northwest at 10 to 15 km per hour, with the storm center located over the waters north of the Paracel Islands, about 160 km east-southeast of Hainan Island, China, with a maximum wind speed of level 8 and gusts of level 10.
Toward the 77th anniversary of War Invalids and Martyrs' Day, July 27, 1947, July 27, 2024, many youth union organizations have been present at the martyr cemeteries in the province to clean up and beautify the cemetery grounds. This is a meaningful activity aimed at educating young union members about the tradition of patriotism and the moral principle of when drinking water, remember its source, expressing the gratitude of the youth toward the generation who sacrificed for the cause of nation building and national defense.
7 a.m. Despite the hot and sunny weather, many young people from the Youth Union of Quang Bao Ward, Vinh City, in coordination with the Preventive Medicine Team and the Logistics Department of Military Region 4, are working diligently to clean up the grounds of the city's Martyrs Cemetery. It is a familiar sight to see Youth Union members cleaning up the cemetery grounds and tending to the graves of martyrs during the month of July at many martyrs' cemeteries across the province.
This is an annual activity that we all enthusiastically participate in and see as a meaningful event.
Also part of the series of activities organized by the local youth towards the Martyrs and Wounded Soldiers Day, July 27th. These days the youth and students of Than Giang Commune, Than Chung, are organizing to repaint the faded inscriptions on the tombstones of the martyrs.
We have been doing this for over a week. Although it's a small task, we want to contribute something to honor the Martyrs' Day on July 27th.
July, the month of gratitude. Meaningful activities like this not only help beautify the Martyrs' Cemetery, but also have the significance of educating people about gratitude towards the previous generations who sacrificed for the independence and freedom of the nation.
That is the end of today's news. Thank you for watching and see you next time.